Alright, you guys, welcome back to Cafe Stella. I think that Kousei's actually going to ask Kanna out on a date because I don't have work tomorrow. So I think that would be the perfect time to do that, and it's like kind of right before Christmas. Which is interesting because this would probably be the fastest anything's happened with a girl. I feel like everything always happens around New Year's or after that is when Kousei actually gets into a relationship. But I feel like Kanna's a little bit different. I feel like the relationship is going to move a little bit quicker and it's going to have a lot more challenges to it. Maybe we'll say that. Not sure if that's the right word I want to use, but we're gonna see how this goes. I really hope he's asking her out right now. Deep breaths, Kousei. Be natural, be casual. If I can manage that, I'll be fine, yeah? Just don't follow Hiruto's advice. Hiruto's advice last episode, absolutely awful. Frickin' Natsume was just like... She just had that face the entire time. Any orders I can work on? Let me handle them. You go ahead and take your break. Alright, we'll do. Sounds fair. After testing the temperature of the pan, I pour the pancake batter in. I keep an eye on the heat, making sure the batter doesn't overcook, but even as I work, I can't stop thinking about how to ask Akazuki-san on a date. I'm starting to realize again just how little experience I have with women. Well, maybe if you weren't so creepy, you would have more. Though I feel discouraged, my body nonetheless moves on an autopilot, flipping my pancakes before they burn. It's weird how all this kitchen work comes so easily to me. Probably because I've been practicing so much that it's almost become second nature. I guess in that regard, it's not so different from making pancakes. If there's something you can't do, stubbornly doing it anyways isn't going to get you anywhere. Rather, it's best just to admit your limitations. Still, I can't embarrass myself as a man. You literally have done that the whole game. You've literally embarrassed yourself all the time. What do you mean? In spite of all my agonizing, my body continues moving on its own. Pancakes ready. Oh boy, it's her. My body reflexively stiffens at the sound of that voice. Yeah, I'm back. I'm feeling fine too, by the way. Suzune-san's on break right now, so I just finished up these pancakes for her. Sure. Before you go, though. Never mind. Be careful not to trip and fall. He chickened out, man. He chickened out. Shouldn't be asking her out while we're on the job. That'd be a distraction. Actually, Kousei, I agree with you there. I think that's actually really good advice. You should probably not do that. Or so I try to convince myself, but those excuses sound pathetic even to my own ears. No, I genuinely think that's probably a good idea. Ask her out after work, because that way you're not, like, thinking about it the whole time you're working, and that's just going to distract you. And then Suzune-san's probably going to throw something. Or just hit you. I don't know, whatever she likes to do. It's not over yet, though. There's still time. I have plenty of chances to ask her out today. At least in theory. Alright. Let's see it. The Master of Love. Let's see what he does. I say that very ironically, because he's not the Master of Love at all. And just like that, the day's over. I've had several more opportunities to ask her out, I think. But in the end, I couldn't do it. I'm just such a... Wow, okay, that's strong language from you. Guess I'll get changed. God bless, let's do it. Reckon he's always acting strange. Oh. She's just freaking going for it, okay. I want to ask her out, but I just can't. It's not because she's too close. I just don't know what to do, and I couldn't even look her in the eye. Well, that's because I avert my eyes, trying my best not to look her in the face as I open my mouth. I was wondering if you were free tomorrow, Akazuki-san. I'm sorry, that smile of hers, like, is so, like, pure. I love it. In that case, would you mind coming with me somewhere? There's someplace I want to go. I'll have to tell you later, but I want you to come with me. Ah, frick. She knows. I was trying to find the right moment to ask. I don't know if she realizes that he's asking her out on a date. Just didn't want to bother you while you were working and stuff, so... Anyways, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
わかりました。楽しみにしてますね。
Okay, we'll see. As soon as he leaves, you know she's probably gonna, like, start freaking out. That'll tell me whether she realizes that it's a date or not.
あれ？でもまだ着替えてませんよね。
Yeah, no, I just need to step outside for a minute. Don't worry, I'll be right back. Let's go! I did it! He's hyping himself up. Akizuki-san agreed to go out with me on a date. That's what I'm saying, though. Did you make it clear that it was a date? Like, you better make sure. No different from when we went out to buy her phone, but it feels different. My heart's beating so fast it feels like it's about to explode. I was freaking out like crazy, but she said yes. She didn't seem reluctant, nor did she seem annoyed, I don't think. Crap, I knew I should have paid more attention to her reaction. I wasn't able to look her in the face at all. What kind of expression was she making? Her tone had seemed natural enough. If she really didn't want to go, she would have said so, right? She doesn't seem like the type who can hide her true feelings, after all. Tomorrow's the 23rd, the eve of Christmas Eve, and we're going on a date. My heart begins to hammer unbelievably fast. The pounding is so intense that I think it might legitimately break my ribs from the inside. You might want to get your heart checked out, my guy. That sounds pretty bad. Better go get changed and go home. That's what I'd like to do, but the flush on my cheek shows no sign of abating. Second thought, I might not be able to go back inside for a while. Alright, let's see what she's thinking.
ということで、明日は出かけることになったんですが、特に問題はありませんよね。
Yo, hold up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you guys seeing this too? Twin tails? Whew. Getting my heart racing. Okay, let's go. Dang, she looks good in that. Like, that's it right there. That's the best look.
お前の好きにすればいいが。
I'm gonna be honest, I have to go back. I didn't even read what she said. I was just too busy.
ということで、明日は出かけること。
Okay.
お前の好きにすればいいが。
I'm too distracted, guys. Too distracted. Freaking.
それはデートではないのか？
は？何言ってるんです？
See, she didn't realize. If it really was a date, she would have been freaking out a lot more in the moment, and she would have freaked out afterwards.
二人きりで出かけるのだろ？
いいえ、でもスマホを買いに行った時も最初は二人きりでしたよ。
だが明日はいわゆるクリスマスイブイブというやつではないか？
Who calls it that? There's no eve of Christmas Eve. That makes no sense. Because then you could say the 22nd is the eve of Christmas Eve. Like that makes zero sense.
日付としてはそうなり
Zero
ま
sense,
す
guys.
けど。
店の営業があるからクリスマス当日もイブも休めない。だからイブイブの23日にお前を誘ったのではないのか？
Yeah, Mikudo coming in here with the common sense.
考えすぎですよ。たまたま定休日と23日がかぶってしまっただけで。
まあ予想以上のことは言えぬのだが。
別にそんな意図はなく、普通に誘ってくれただけですよ、きっと。だいたい私は死神ですよ。高峰さんだってそれを分かってるんですから。
Hakamine is a smart man. He's trying to go after the Grim Reaper waifu, who apparently now has twin tails, which is even better. Like, this is a smart guy, okay, guys? Kousei, and I've said this all game, Kousei is the smartest guy out there. Like, just, he knows how to pick his women, right? He doesn't just necessarily go for the Grim Reaper waifu at first. He goes through all the other girls. He's, like, testing the waters, right? And then he goes for the Grim Reaper waifu last. Smart man, just, like I've said, never has any dull moments.
だといいんだがな。
Smart man. Going for the twin tails, I like it.
帝さんは考えすぎですよ。そんなこと。
You don't know that.
もう寝ましょう。
そうだな。高峰康生がどういうつもりかはここで考えてもわかることではないしな。とっとと寝るか。
That's not true. He's literally just thinking about sex constantly. Yep. See, if she realized immediately that he was talking about a date, this is what would have happened.
クリスマスイブイブのデートだなんて、高峰さんが私をデートに誘っただなんて、そんなバカな。
What can I say? He's a smart man. He immediately identified the top tier waifu in this game, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna ask her out before Christmas Eve.
知ってますよ私。デートじゃないのって匂わせるだけ。
That's why he's not waiting as long. Like, normally he waits till, like, after the new year to ask the girl out, but he's like, Grim Reaper waifu? And she's now into me? Going for it immediately. He's just, like, zoned in on his prey.
普通に要件があるだけのパターンですよね。
But what if by some chance Mikado-san was right? Should I get him a Christmas present or something? What if it wasn't Takamine's? Isn't what Takamine-san had in mind at all?
クリスマスデートだと期待して、プレゼントまで用意して、ウッキウキで空回りするとか、恥ずかしすぎる。
You can just get him a Christmas gift for Christmas. You don't have to give it to him tomorrow. Then you can see, like, what actually tomorrow is going to be, if it's a date or if he's just taking you out somewhere to do something. I'm really looking forward to going out with him tomorrow. If hypothetically speaking, he really was asking me on a date, I'd be more than fine with that, but
男と女がクリスマスのデート。
I can only mean one
二人きり
thing.
でデート。
Wing. Okay. Kanna's just like hyperventilating over here.
そのホワイトクリスマスはロマンティックではなくてエロティックではないでしょうか。
What?
わけのわからんことを叫ぶな。やかましい。
すみません。
Takamine-san is a virgin, though. There's no way he'd be able to work up the courage to do that. But what if? Seriously doubt it, but still, what if he does?
ねえ、やかましいと言っとるだろうが。とっとと寝ろ。式場淫乱死神娘が。
He's calling her that
眠れ
again.
ないのはミカドさんのせいじゃないですか。
Oh, that's cute. Anna's so cute when she's
カフェ
flustered.
ステラと死神の蝶。
Ah, frick. Why do we keep seeing these butterflies? I'm in an unfamiliar room, but it isn't the old-fashioned room from last time. It's not a Japanese-style room with tatami mats, but a Western-style one with a sofa. Another weird dream. Need to get going now.
お父さん急いでいるんだ。話なら母さんとしてくれ。あ、ごめんなさい。いってらっしゃい、お父さん。
Without so much as a glance towards the child, the man who's supposedly the father leaves the
行って
room.
くるわね。
She's like, oh, good, he's gone.
お母さんご飯は冷蔵庫の中にあるから温めて食べなさい。じゃあね。
Dang, everyone's leaving, my dude.
いってらっしゃい。
Without responding to her child, the woman who's supposedly the mother leaves the room as well. Alone now, the boy sits on the sofa, hugging his knees.
一緒に食べたいな。なんでだろう。お腹痛い。
It's called being hungry. You know, you should go heat up that food like your mom said. My voice doesn't reach the boy, however. Perhaps because this is a dream. Yeah, that's probably why. The scene before my eyes grows hazy, my vision fades to white. Then I awake in the same bed as always. What was that? It's not like I'm feeling sick or anything. I shouldn't let it bother me too much, especially not first thing in the morning. It was just a dream, nothing to worry about. Today is an important day, I need to be focusing on that. No point in getting all worked up about it now, though. I've already decided where we're going to go. Just gotta make sure I don't miss my mark today, like Shiki-san said.
楽しく過ごすこと。トラブルがあっても二人で笑い飛ばせれば成功だから。おろおろしない。余裕を持っていつもの雰囲気で会話とかすればいいから。とにかく特別を演出することにこだわらない。重要なのはそこじゃないから。いい？わかった？
Yeah, definitely like don't try to make it like too crazy. It's your first date. You're just going to have fun. You're getting to know each other better in that way. It doesn't need to be super special. Make it fun. Make Akazuki-san smile while we're together. I go over my checklist, repeating today's objectives to myself. I don't know if you necessarily need a checklist. Like, just, hey, have an idea of what you're doing for that day. Like, plan it out And, you know, if things go a little bit differently, too, like, that's fine. Like, you're just having a good time. Leave my apartment while it's still early. Firstly, I've got a bit of shopping to do. After finishing my shopping, I make my way to Cafe Stella. Man, I'm feeling kind of nervous. Come to this cafe almost every day, yet the nearer I get, the faster my heart seems to pound. Never thought I was the type to get this jumpy, but I guess I was wrong. I stop and take a few deep breaths. I can't let Akazuki-san see me like this when we're together. I need to get myself under control while I can. Alright, let's do it.
おはようございます。
Morning.
時間通りですね。
Not like I live that far away. Anyways, you ready to go?
もう行きます？ゆっくりしても平気なようでしたらコーヒーでも入れますけど。
Okay, let's do it. No, not today. If you're ready, let's get going.
わかりました。
Dang, you should have let her do it. Akatsuki-san puts on her outerwear and begins preparing to head out.
ミカドさん、それでは行ってきますね。
わかった。気をつけてな。
I don't know why. Mikito seems like the father to me. He's just like, okay, darling. Don't be out too late. Have a good time. Just know anything you do to her, I'll do to you.
どこに行くんですか？
What do you say we get something to eat first? We might as well eat while we're at it.
私は別に構いませんが。
There are all sorts of dishes out there we can't make at the cafe. Speaking of which, is there anything you want to eat?
そうですね。なんでもいいですよ。
There it is, the dreaded I'm fine with anything but not actually anything line. Yes, this is a real thing. For sure. Something like pasta.
なぜそんな怯えつつ、やっぱりってそんなこと言いましたっけ私。
No, I just thought that seemed like something a girl would like. I suppose we already served pasta at the cafe. Let's eat something else today.
そうですね。ちなみに高峰さんは普段お昼は何を食べたりしてるんですか？
At school, I usually eat in the cafeteria, but before I started working here, I just make myself something simple for lunch. Try to have ramen if I happen to be out.
人気なんですよね。そんなに美味しいんですか？
Wait, don't tell me you've never had ramen.
袋麺とか中華屋さんのラーメンなら食べたことはあるんですが、そういったお店は経験がないんです。
You live in Japan. You've never been to a ramen shop. You want to go? You want to try going to one?
でも高峰さんはいつも食べてるなら別の方がいいんじゃないですか？
I haven't had ramen since I started working at the cafe, actually. Besides, after talking about it, I'm kind of craving some noodles now.
ならお願いしてもいいですか？
Sweet, let's do it. Still, I can't believe you've never had ramen
機
before.
会はあったんですけど、お店に入るのがちょっと怖くて。
You mean scared of going by yourself, like with the Niku places?
いえ、そっちではなくて、ルールを破って怒られてしまうんじゃないかと思うと怖くて怖くて。
Oh yeah, don't they have like really like strict certain rules about things?
お店ごとにローカルルールがあるそうじゃないですか。
Yeah, I have heard about that.
電話が禁止されてたり、死後すら許されなかったり、ロットなるものを乱してはいけなかったり。
Okay, that would be weird, but
違反したら周囲のお客さんからギルティーってボコボコに袋叩きにされるんですよね。
no. Not sure where she got that information from, considering she's never even had a phone up until recently. Whoever told you that was joking, that doesn't actually happen.
本当に？
Yes, really.
じゃあ麺肩辛め野菜ダブルニンニク油増し増しなんて謎の呪文もネタですか？
Wait, what? Noodles, firm, spicy, double veggie, extra garlic oil. I mean, that just sounds like someone's crazy order that they like apparently don't use spaces on.
最初にスープを飲まなかったら退場とか、スープを先に飲んでもかき混ぜたら退場とか、店の中を見回しただけで退場とか。
Those would be obvious specific rules.
高菜食べてしまったんですか？
Why is she like yelling about it?
もうネタなんですか？
How do you even know about that old ramen copy pasta? Have you and Mikito been to that ramen place or something?
ミカドさん猫舌なんですよね。
Oh,
熱
yeah.
いものは全然食べられなくって。
My cat, like, she'll like sniff around. She'll be like, "Oh, this smells good." But if it's like too hot, she'll just like sniff at it and she won't even like go near it. She'll just like back off. That makes sense, seeing as he is a cat. All that salt in the ramen probably wouldn't be good for him either. Anyways, the place I usually go to doesn't have any rules like that. Just don't be too loud and show some common courtesy and you'll be fine.
いらっしゃいませ。
Ordering is easy. You just put in what you want at the machine here and it gives you a ticket.
おすすめってあるんですか？
Let's see. I guess something light like shoyu or shiyu ramen would be good for a girl to eat.
じゃあ醤油にします。
Okay. I'll go with the shoyu too. After our order for the both of us, we find a couple seats at the counter that just opened up and sit down.
食券預かります。
麺か。
No, you don't have to say that. They don't do that kind of thing here. Seriously, they're gonna think you're screwing with them.
そうなんですか？気をつけないと。魚トラップはどこですか？
They don't have that here either. Relax, you don't need to know anything about ramen to eat here. All you have to do is enjoy your food.
そういうことでしたらよかった。実はとっても楽しみなんですよ。
Well, good. No need to be nervous. Go ahead and savor every bite. She smiles happily. People like me and Hiroto would normally scoff at the idea of eating ramen on a date, but I'm glad to see how excited Akizuki-san seems with the prospect. I actually think like a restaurant like this, where it's kind of like a different eating experience, would actually be like a really cool date. Like I think these would be some of the best dates, especially like if you took a girl to like Korean barbecue. She'd probably love you forever.
醤油ラーメンお待たせしました。
ラーメン来たー。ありがとうございます。写真を撮っても怒られないんですよね。
No, go ahead. I'd recommend eating it while it's still hot
分
though.
かってますよ。それで美味しさが損なわれたら本末転倒ですからね。でも思い出のために少しだけ。あ、美味しそうに撮れた。それじゃあ
I like how excited she is about a picture.
食べ方に順番はない。
Nope, eat it however you like. First, she takes a sip of the soup. She seems to like it. Then, with the same gusto, she begins slurping up her noodles.
おいしい。味に深みがあって、程よく麺とスープが絡まり合って。
The way her lips glisten from the soup looks oddly alluring. He really likes to focus on her lips, doesn't he? Like, he's trying to say, like, hey, I want to kiss her. It's like, okay, just go for it when the timing's right, my guy. I feel myself staring. Oh, at this rate, my noodles aren't only getting cold, but soggy, too. I start slurping up my noodles, savoring the first taste of ramen in a while. Concentrating on our own ramen, the two of us continue slurping our noodles wordlessly.
ごちそうさまでした。とっても美味しかったです。
Well, we're glad you enjoyed
お
it.
腹もいっぱいで幸せですよ。今日は素敵な一日でした。
Hey, the day's just getting started. All we did was eat
あ
lunch.
そうでした。私に付き合ってほしい場所があるんでしたっけ？一体どこに行くんですか？
I want you to go to the amusement park with me. Oh no, they're going to Mouseland, aren't they? In the end, my choice of destination was an amusement park. I'd only just decided yesterday, and the holiday season is already in full swing. As a result, it wasn't easy getting us tickets, but with the help of Hiroto and Shiki-san, somehow managed to do it. Shiki-san had advised me not to focus too much on making the date special. Nevertheless, Akazuki-san and I normally spend a lot of time together, so I wanted to take her somewhere a bit different than usual. Otherwise, I felt like it'd just be a normal outing for the two of us, not an actual date. But that said, I'm planning to completely ignore Shiki-san's advice. I'm not planning to ignore it either. I'm not going to try too hard to make things romantic. I'm just gonna have fun. Shouldn't be too hard. This is an amusement park after all. We have plenty of things to talk about. Oh dang, this is like a whole completely different view too. That looks really cool. I like it. Though I'm not surprised given how hard it is to give us tickets. Still, it seems like we'll have to line up for a while in order to get on any rides. You're not uncomfortable with big crowds or anything, are you?
苦手ということはありませんけど、男女の組み合わせが多いですよね。これはやっぱり彼氏彼女がクリスマスデートをしてるってことですか？
Maybe. Probably. It is the holiday season after
やっ
all.
ぱり
Akazuki-san hangs her head, blushing slightly. I don't need to ask to understand why, because I'm thinking the same thing. Two of us probably look like a couple to any onlookers. I mean, I would hope that's what you're aiming for. Out of curiosity, have you ever been to the amusement park, Akazuki-san?
いえ、初めてです。高峰さんは？
Been a few times, once or twice with Knows Me and once for a field trip a long time ago. But this is the first time since I was a kid that I've gone alone with someone. Alright, let's go, shall we?
はい、そうですね。せっかく来たんですもんね。
That is indeed while we're here. Let's just walk around for now. If we see a ride that looks interesting, we can check it out.
怖かった。まさに絶叫系。あんな角度で落ちるなんて。
Yeah, they probably went on a roller coaster.
みんなどうして楽しそうにできるんですか？一瞬サンズの川を見たような気がします。
Okay, so not to distract from the moment, but like right to the left of her, that character, that's from another one of their games, right? Like she looks kind of familiar, especially because that outfit's not like any of the other school outfits we've seen. It doesn't sound like a joke coming from you.
あんなスピードで落下されると思い出しただけでドキドキします。
I don't know, can the Grim Reaper die? I feel like you're not supposed to be able to. But because you're not used to it, maybe you'll enjoy it more if you experience it a few more times. Want to try the loop coaster next?
さすがに連続は勘弁してください。おもらししてしまいます。
Yeah, please don't do that. Want to try the loop coaster next?
しないって言ってるじゃないですか。
I'm kidding, I'm
さっき
kidding.
の目は冗談ではなかったと思うんですけ
Oh,
どね。
yeah, Kousei.
明らかにおもらしフェチの目をしてましたよ。
Most certainly is not. Also, please don't say that in public. People are
そ
staring.
うでもしないと本当にループされてはたまったものじゃありません。
How about a haunted house then?
やっぱりおもらしさせようとしてますよね。残念ながらホラー系は平気ですよ。幽霊もゾンビも作り物って知ってますから。
Ah, yes.
何せ死神ですので。
I'd hope the Grim Reaper doesn't get easily scared, but I feel like that's not how it is. Everybody knows haunted houses are fake. They're still scary despite
作り
that.
物って分かってるのに怖いわけがありません。
You'd be surprised. Oh, really? Why don't we put that to the test then? Looks like there's no line either.
私は一向に構いませんとも。
Kind of weird having a haunted house in the middle of winter. Yeah, I saw that coming.
何ですかあれ。アナの卑怯ですよ。
Where'd all that bravado from earlier go?
幽霊がどうとかゾンビがどうとかじゃなくて単純にびっくりさせてくるのは卑怯です。
Yeah, that's generally what scares you. I guess it's not really the same as actual
覚
fear.
悟の方向性を間違えました。まさかああいう雰囲気だったなんて。
I think she would have still gotten scared. Apparently still struggling to regain her composure, Akazuki-san quivers as she glares at the haunted house. Truth be told though, my heart is pounding pretty fast as well. Every time something had spooked Akazuki-san, she had grabbed into my arm or hid herself behind my back, hugging me close. Although that certainly wasn't part of my plan, I'm glad we decided to give the haunted house a go. In fact, I'd almost feel like going in a second time, however, that probably won't happen.
あれはホラーアトラクションじゃないですよ。ただのびっくりアトラクションですよ。
I doubt Akazuki-san would have been up for it given how much she's still shaking. It wouldn't be very gentlemanly of me to drag her along either. Come to think of it though. I know it was pretty scary in there, but you didn't actually wet yourself, did you?
漏らしてなんてないですよ。
Then why are you stuttering so much?
いえ、本当に漏らしてはないんですが、でもちょっと危ういところでしたので、実は今もちょっぴり危ういです。
Oh, you should probably go to the bathroom then. That's I don't need to know that.
ゆっくりお願いします。あ、というのはフェイクです。まだ
Okay, I was like, I know we've had a few, like, cosplay fetishes and stuff, but we don't need to add that one to the list. Not really necessary. Anyways, the woman's restroom is just over there, but there seems to be a line. Can you hold it in?
気を張りまし
Okay. After finishing her business, Akizuki-san and I continue enjoying our time out together.
ここら辺人がやけに多いですね。
There's going to be a Christmas parade here later tonight. I guess those people are staking out spots so they can get a better view.
パレードですか。なら人気のアトラクションに乗るには狙い目かもしれませんね。
Anything in particular you've been dying to
お
ride?
目当てってほどではないですが、観覧車には乗ってみたいですね。
Yeah, the Ferris wheel would be cool. Ferris wheel they have here is a rather large one. Yeah, you can see it in the background. Look how freaking huge that thing is. Single rotation takes almost 15 minutes. Wow. Should we go line up? Looks like most people are coming here to see the parade now, so there shouldn't be too long.
そうですね。それじゃあ並んじゃいましょうか。
Well, that's kind of a bummer. They're gonna miss the parade. I guess he kind of already saw it with Nozomi before. Wait only takes about 10 minutes. Finally, it's our turn.
すごい。あんなに遠くまで見えるんですね。
Oh, you can't really see much of the view, though.
絶叫系でもこれくらい見えてたんでしょうけど、ゆっくり見てる余裕はなかったので。
Yeah, I can't do roller coasters like that. It goes up too high and I'm going too fast. So just don't like that.
はい。
I like fast. I don't like tall. Her smile looks incredibly beautiful in the light of the evening sun. I feel myself falling in love all over again.
お店はあっちの方ですよね。さすがに見えませんか。
Akazuki-san stares happily at the scenery outside. I, on the other hand, can't take my eyes off of her. Forgot how cramped these Ferris wheel gondolas were. This hadn't been a part of my plan either. The idea was to ride it had come up naturally in conversation. That's making me really self-conscious. Akazuki-san is extremely close. We weren't sitting side by side, but our knees are practically touching. In terms of physical distance, we were probably much closer together back at the haunted house. Nevertheless, maybe it's because I'm sitting face to face with the girl I love. But right now, my heart is thumping harder than it had all day. Are you having fun, Akazuki-san?
はい、もちろん。とっても楽しいですよ。
Ooh, I wonder if they're gonna kiss. I don't know if she realizes that this is a date or what she's thinking because we haven't really heard anything.
ラーメンを食べて遊園地にも初めて来て誘ってもらえて本当に感謝してます。
Oh no, thank you for agreeing to come with
で
me.
もどうして遊園地なんですか？
What do you mean?
ここに来た目的です。どういう要件で遊園地に来たんですか？
She doesn't know.
わざわざ私も一緒にだなんて。あ、楽しんでいるのも感謝してるのもすっかり私が楽しんだばっかりだったので、高峰さんがここに来た目的を忘れてしまって。
I feel bad for Kousei. He's gonna have to, like, figure this one out. Well, don't worry about it. I've already done what I came here to do.
いつの間に？邪魔になっていないならいいんです。
Oh my guy, you need to like confess your feelings or something, like get it out there. Like you've committed to it and it's like you gotta go all in and see what happens. Akazuki-san then turns her eyes back to the scenery outside. She looks delighted as she gazes out the window. That was my goal all along. By the way, there's something I want to give you. It's nothing much, but here, I got you a new case and a portable charger for your phone. Oh, she's more embarrassed about that than anything else. Might be a little too practical for a gift, but I thought it'd be better than something you'd never
あ
use.
りがとうございます。
Looking dumbfounded, Akazuki-san accepts my gift.
私も渡したいものがあるんです。手袋なんですけど、受け取ってもらえますか？
Yeah, of course, thank you. This makes me really happy, seriously.
私も嬉しいです。けど、私でよかったんですか？このプレゼントもそうですけど、クリスマスシーズンですから、他の人の方が良かったんじゃないかと思って。
I would have. If anything, there wouldn't have been any point coming here with you.
私じゃないと？
I wanted to come with you, Akazuki-san.
それ、
I like how it's like, this is her head, and then like finally it clicks. Where's my finger? Right there. She's like, oh. Even Akazuki-san should be able to interpret that. She turns to look at me once again. She stares directly at me, a little taken aback.
それは、
Uh-oh.
でもその、
Uh-oh. Is she gonna turn him down?
今まで私というか死神に関して
Aw, frick.
詳しい説明をしたことがありませんでしたよね。
Aw, frick. He's gonna get shut down, my guy. Oh, he's gonna get shut down.
いい機会ですから話を聞いてもらえませんか？
She can't date.
高峰さんには聞いておいてほしいんです。
Yeah, okay. Let's hear what she has to say.
ありがとうございます。それじゃあ、
Well, for starters, you did tell me that your job was to guide the souls of the dead and capture wayward
今
butterflies.
から話すのは蝶々はこぼれ落ちた魂の残滓、執着を失ってしまった魂というのも話しましたよね。では蝶々を集めて返した後は どうなると思いますか？
What happens to them? Well, they get reincarnated, don't they? I thought that's why you captured them in the
最
first
終
place.
的にはそうなる予定ですが、まずは失われた性への執着を取り戻す必要があります。ですから蝶々となった魂は別の形で再び現世に降りるんです。そしてとある仕事に就き、いろんな人の人生に触れ、それらを通して人や世界への興味や執着を取り戻す。
Wait, is she saying... She's not saying that she's one of those, is she?
つまり死神というのは一時的な存在なんですよ。
Oh.
新たに生まれるための準備期間と
Oh.
いったところでしょうか。
That changes things.
ですから肉体的な成長があるわけではなく、
So once this transitional phase ends, you'll be
生まれ
reincarnated
変
for
わっ
real.
て改めて新たな人生を送ることになります。私とても楽しいです。この遊園地での時間もですけど、お昼のラーメンも先日の焼肉も、スマホに思い出が増えていくのも。
Oh, so this is the route they're going with this. She's gonna, like, disappear, and he's gonna, like, have to pull her back. He's gonna, like, fight God.
それなりに長く生きてきました
Like,
け
hey, I
ど、
don't want her to leave.
今が一番楽しいです。
Interesting, interesting. Okay, I see what some of y'all's comments were about.
高峰さんがいて、夏目さんがいて、のぞみさんもメイさんも鈴音さんも、みんなで一緒に働いて、お客さんがたくさん来て、美味しいって笑顔になってくれる。これまで生きてきたことを考えれば短い時間かもしれません。でも今までの中で一番キラキラと輝いてる気がします。とってもキラキラして毎日が充実しています。
So I feel like she's trying to tell him, like, hey, I'm not going to be here forever. Like, once I've, lived life a little and, like, kind of done my job and fulfilled some things, I'll probably just disappear and be reincarnated again. That cheerful smile on her face looks so warm and radiant right now. Perhaps that's proof of how truly satisfied she feels in her heart of hearts. That doesn't mean she's already prepared to be reincarnated. A lot I want to say, but I have no idea how to say it.
もう一周してしまいましたね。降りましょうか。
I turned to look outside as well before I realized that the lofty view of our gondola vanished toward back on the
今
ground.
日は本当にありがとうございました。とても楽しかったですよ。
Kousei, you gotta do something, man. You gotta do something. You didn't really say much there. Well, I've been listening to her talk our allotted time on the ride had come to an end, as I had my chance to tell her how I felt about her. But of course, Akizuki-san already knows. That's why she told me the truth about Grim Reapers. So my opportunity to confess my feelings came and went. Afterwards, we quietly made our way home. We didn't speak much on the way back. Or maybe we did, but I don't recall anything about the conversation at all. By the time I realized where I was, I'd collapsed onto my bed. What the frick, guys? I thought this was going to be a happy route. I thought, like, we were going towards good things. And then all of a sudden it got super depressing. She knew what I had to say, which is why she clarified the situation to me. She's a Grim Reaper and I'm a human. I suppose that was her way of letting me down nicely, but it wasn't like I'd actually confessed to her, and Akazuki-san hadn't explicitly rejected me either. So there's no reason for things to get awkward between us. The thing is, though, when she was talking to Mikudo and she was thinking or whatever, like, she wanted to go out on the date. She wanted it to be a date. She didn't mind if it was. It was interesting. So she's I think she's trying to face the reality of, like, hey, like, it's not a good idea if we date, but I think part of her wants to date as well. I'm hoping after this dialogue with him, we get to go see what her perspective is. I'm dying to know. Perhaps I should send her a message telling her we should go back to the way things were tomorrow. But then it occurs to me, she might have turned me down simply because she isn't attracted to me. That's entirely possible as well. The reason I hadn't considered that at all was because I was too excited about our date. Suddenly, I look at my phone to see I've gotten a message from
どうだっ
Hiruto.
た？
I received the message a few hours ago. He probably couldn't contain his curiosity. I guess he didn't end up finding a date of his own either. I feel bad about ignoring him after all he's done to help me. She said no. A short message is probably enough. I send the same message to Sigi-san before tossing my phone aside. This is the first time I've ever been turned down, but it's only natural since it's also the first time I've ever confessed to anybody. I wouldn't even say you confessed either. Like you started getting to that point, but like you didn't really get to do it. The two of us had gone out, ate ramen, and shared laughs at the amusement park. The time we'd spent together had felt more like a wonderful dream. The reason I think that is undoubtedly because it doesn't feel like I've been rejected at all. If anything, it feels like there was no clear outcome. Maybe it would have been better if she just outright rejected me after all. No, that would probably just hurt even more. I might even have cried. I think Kosei's right for feeling this way. He's like, hey, I didn't really get rejected, but she didn't really accept my feelings either because he never really got to confess to them. She kind of just said that after agreeing to go out with him in the first place. She could have just said no. So that's very interesting. Yeah, like she didn't even need to go out on this in the first place. She could have explained that, like, hey, if you think this is like a date or something, like, hey, here's the situation. I'm not gonna like pretend that it's like cheerful. We can go out and have fun, but it's just only as friends. Like she could have said that before they even did anything. But like she thought last night, I think she wants to go on a date. She wants to date him. She wants to be in love and do all those things. But there's a little bit of a conflict going between not even her and Kosei, but just herself. Hoping they'll show her perspective here. Okay, good. They are.
どうかしたのか。何があったのだ。
わかりますか？
わからいでか。
うん。
放っておいてほしいのなら、そのあからさまな態度をやめろ。話を聞いてほしそうに、いじけたふりをしている子供にしか見えんぞ。
実は今日、高峰さんが私を誘ったのはクリスマスのデートだったみたいです。
喧嘩でもしたか。
いえ、その逆と言いますか。告白をされそうになったんだと思います。多分。
多分。
直前でその告白の前に言いましたから。私がもうすぐいなくなること。
そうか。
私は高峰さんに幸せになってもらいたい。それが一番の望みですから。
I hate when a situation like this happens because yes, is Kana in the right for like stopping him from like trying to develop further feelings? Probably. Yeah, I would think so. Like I said, she could have maybe done that a little bit differently, like tell him this before they even went out, so like she could have stopped that. But like I said, I think she secretly wants it a little bit. She wants to be with him, but like at the same time, she knows she can't. Uh, But on the flip side, I feel like by doing this, she's denying him happiness. Like he's in love with her. And it's like, sure, he might be able to like just move on and find somebody else, but right now he's really focused on Kana. He's been getting to know Kana. He's had a few more closer, intimate moments with her, and so he really thinks that he's in love with her. And she's pretty much like not giving him the chance to fulfill those desires or to like even she didn't even let him confess.
その本人がお前を選んだのだろ。
So we're at this weird crossroads right now.
だからこそ答えられないんじゃないですか。私じゃダメです。ちゃんと一緒にいられる人でないと。
I mean, it's very similar to a case of like falling in love with someone who's like dying. I mean, I know she's not technically dying, but she's not going to be here anymore. You can still love someone who's dying. You can still love someone who you're not going to be able to be with forever, or even be with like for that long of a time.
それはそうかもしれんが。
Doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue it.
今の高峰さんを見てください。昔とは全然違います。とっても明るくなりました。
I mean, there's always the chance that like you doing this is going to hurt his soul.
なのに、一緒にいられない私じゃダメです。
It's a hard situation, guys. It's a
カ
little
フェ
difficult.
ステラと死神の蝶。
I will say it's making for a good story. I'm very curious how they're gonna go about this. Okay, so he woke up earlier. I think I'm gonna end the video here. It's gonna be a little bit shorter, just because I feel like that was a good date. It was a good date, but the ending was it's a little conflicting. We got to figure out how that's gonna work out. But Yeah, we'll have to see where they go with the relationship. I think it's going to be one of those stories where like it's like love that's not meant to be, and they're going to like fight for each other, and then they're going to end up together, and she's not going to be reincarnated, because the whole point of this right now of her being a Grim Reaper is to find like joy in life and like find some kind of purpose, and then she'll get reincarnated and hopefully be able to fulfill that. I feel like if she ends up finding purpose right now, what's does she really need to be reincarnated? Like, just don't make her a Grim Reaper anymore. Just allow her to live her life and have a good time. With Kousei, preferably. But we'll see how it ends up going. I'm sure it won't be that simple. There'll probably be a little bit of a twist on it, and we'll get to see that here soon. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I did too. Definitely leaves you wanting to know how things are gonna end, because it's like you're happy that they're moving forward with their relationship and they're growing closer, but at the same time, like that just kind of like ripped a hole in it. It's like you got to find out, are they going to patch this hole? Are things going to get better? Are they going to continue progressing together? We'll see. We shall see. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.